Can you even tell that I tried to curl my hair? I saw something on TikTok about this whole thing where you put like a sock in your mouth and you wrap your hair around it and then you wrap your hair in the sock. Look at it. I went outside this morning with the Florida humidity. You can't even tell what I did. That's great. But I did run out today. It was Red Cup Day at Starbucks. Hopefully you can see. It's so cute. I do this every year. It's another one of my freebies, but I'm on a caffeine high right now, as you can tell, because I downed my drink in 2 seconds because I have a lot to do today, and that's why I'm filming and bringing you with me. We finally have a cold front coming through, and I had already planned on making soup for tonight, and of course, my heavy cream turned bad. I can't stand buying heavy cream because 1 second it's fine and then the next second it's bad. It's like avocado shopping. So the first thing I have to do is run across the street to Publix, grab a few things. I'm making potato soup. I've made it on the channel, but I'm still gonna keep switching it up every time I make it to get it just perfected. And I'm hoping I have the perfection one tonight. We'll see how that goes. But first up, cross street. And sadly I have to leave during one of my favorites. I love the Hallmark movies. They're so cheesy, but I do really love them. And this is like the Mistletoe Secret or whatever it is. It's so cute. It's got Kelly Pickler.
I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry. I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist. There's nothing like wine.
Did I stick to my list? Pretty close, but no, there's a few things in here that I also didn't show you filming wise. The majority of this was on the list. We got some bread to dip in the soup. Cheese was buy one, get one, so was bacon, and I only need about half of the package anyways. So now we have breakfast this weekend and extra cheese for something else because I only need 1 bag for the soup. I finally got my hands on this. I've been looking at it in Walmart and the shelf's been empty, so I finally got my hands on that. That wasn't on the list. Neither was the vanilla, but it was buy one, get one, and I was not turning that down because these are $7.99 a piece, and it's a 2-ounce bottle. It's a great company, so this will do all baking season. Needed this for soup. Wanted this for coffee, but it wasn't on the list. Green onions, celery, that was on the list. And then I love the oven gold turkey. Need some lunch, I'm hungry, so that was also an impulse. But typically this is what I go to Publix for only, is if it's something I absolutely need for a dinner recipe or if it's something that's BOGO. Brianna just brought up something I want to share with you guys. She's homesick from school today, that's why she's asking me questions. She said, don't I have crushed candy cane and isn't it the same thing? No, it's not. This is legit crushed up candy cane. I found it in a bag at Target to save my life a little bit easier there. This is a finishing sugar that tastes like candy cane. Trying to get it where you could see it. It is literally sugar, red radish juice to give it the color, and then extracts of peppermint. That is what this is a finishing sugar, not crushed up candy cane. And I already have the gingerbread spice one that I've been using, and it barely goes down, but I have both of them that I wanted now. I just finished lunch and I thought of something while I was doing that. I'm going to be baking cookies today, but I've been putting together a video of different cookie recipes for you guys that is going to be a standalone video that's just about cookies. So I can't actually show you that because I don't want you watching it for both videos, but I will show you the finished product of that as well as helping me clean up the mess, although these aren't that messy today. The cookie dough has to sit in the fridge for like an hour, and over here on this wall is one of the things that I need to be working on for my cleaning today. See this smear? Yeah, that's a dead bug. We had mosquitoes fly into the house and my husband killed 2 right here on this wall. So I need to clean this off, and then I started looking at the rest of my wall. Like, it is so hard to see, but like right here on this wall, right there on the wall, just anywhere where the kids could possibly drag something. There's something red or pink dragged along that wall right there. So I'm gonna clean the walls. My usual wall cleaner that I use, I mix Dawn Power Wash and powdered Tide with some warm water, and I use that to clean my walls with my O-Cedar mop. Well, I don't have the separate mop head. I usually have one for the walls and one for the floors, so that way all the dog and cat hair and stuff doesn't get up on my walls and it just makes a big mess, because I also clean my cabinets that way. They're white. You'll see Hunter's hair all over them. It's disgusting. So I have to have 2 different mop heads. I currently only have one. I forgot to buy another one. However, several weeks ago when I was in Marshall's, I found the actual Zepp wall cleaner. I've never used this product. I've heard great things about it, but I've never used it. So I'm actually gonna try this out today. The instructions seem simple enough. Shake it, spray it, and then wipe it immediately. It does say to always test an area, so I'm going to test a small area, and I'm gonna use my Swiffer with a microfiber on it to help me, since a lot of these spots are really tall on my walls. That's what I'm gonna do. Few things about this cleaner. Does it work? Yes. But would I want to clean all of the walls in my house with this? No. I like it for spot treatments where I don't have to bring out the O-Cedar bucket, fill it up, and do a whole batch. But this can would probably not do my entire house. And the smell that came off of this, just doing my main living area, I wanted to air out my whole home, open the doors, windows, everything. So I'm going to say spot treatments only for this little bottle, and that's about as far as I would use it personally.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got our lines crossed?
Couple things in case I forget them when I do the voiceover later on. This stuff right here, not asthma friendly. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is very strong, and I use it in just spot treating, not doing the whole walls. And my house, I almost kind of want to air it out a little bit. So very, very strong. I also don't worry about crap like this usually because I have my steam cleaner. My steam cleaner is amazing. It'll get all the gunk off the doors, the walls, everything. So if you don't want to deal with that, just get a steam cleaner. It's amazing. You use water, no fumes whatsoever. But this stuff, if you want to try it, by all means, it's fantastic. Just be prepared. I just got the cookie dough all mixed up. I've got to put that away, but I'm sampling the dough to make sure it has just the right flavor that I want. This one's killer. With Thanksgiving this week, I knew something I needed to do was clean out my drawers. Not necessarily this junk drawer, it was just kind of bothering me, but you'll see in a few minutes I'm going to clean out the utensil drawer. I tend to get just a lot of like slotted spoons and different spatulas and things, and it's kind of like one of those things where I don't know where they all are, and then all of a sudden I've got too many to fit in the drawer. And this was just a run over mess, and I needed to get it under control before cooking a whole bunch of different dishes in this kitchen in just a few days.
Try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart, and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't want to know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you. Start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time.
Before I even begin the soup, in case you're one that likes to screenshot things, there is the recipe, all the ingredients over here, and then the directions over there, just very shorthand directions. Look. They are hot cocoa cookies, and they are so, so good. Like, they even have a little pull from the marshmallows in there. This, yes. I just got the Tinies home from school, and they saw the cookies, and they were immediately excited. But we have to jump into Declan's project. He has to do like a create a zoo map thing, and it was this whole project where he has to talk about the different classifications, pick different animals, all kinds of stuff, like huge amount of research. And then when I was in the Dollar Tree this morning, the only thing I could find is some of them big display boards. So it's gonna be a very large project. Hopefully this prints the pictures.
Ooh, I'm so excited to see them. They look so perfect.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're the right size for that board, so I'm hoping I don't have to print them again. And I think the bear's foot got cut off. But everybody else looks good. I know there's another one. Let's see if this one came out good. But like the proportions are definitely off because the toucan and like the koi, the sizing is just not right. But I think this is the best we're gonna get. It's supposed to be a map of a zoo. So it doesn't matter if like the centipede is the same size as the snake or like the frog is the same size as the snake. That doesn't necessarily matter, right? Because it's meant to be a map, not here's a giant habitat for the alligator and a small one for the pufferfish. Like, I think I'm overthinking the 3rd grade project. Connor should be home any minute. He's gonna take over the project with Declan while I jump into dinner. But with the project and everything happening, I know that it's gonna get very loud. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the dinner recipe and that part completely voiced over for you guys. I already showed you the recipe so you can screenshot that, but I'm just gonna walk you through some of it real quick since it's all very shortcut on the directions. But all the amounts are in that, as well as they'll be in the description box down below. I use a Dutch oven. You don't have to. You can use just a normal stock pot, soup pot, whatever you want to do, because it's not a very large potato soup recipe, but it does feed our family with no leftovers. I'll go ahead and say that. But all of my kids, my husband, myself, we love this soup. It is very good. We've tried several different variations on it, and so far this one in this video was the best one, hands down. It is just absolutely delicious. And like, we used the fresh bacon this time. Normally I buy the little bacon, the real pieces in the pack out of Walmart. No, this time I actually bought the fresh bacon, cut it down, cooked it, and then cooked the vegetables in the bacon fat. That made a huge, huge difference. And if you're worried about doing the bacon fat, just skip it, put a little oil in the bottom of the pan, do the vegetables like I did, and then use the real bacon pieces from Walmart. I've showed those in a different video making this soup, and it tastes just as good. But you're not getting that little extra bit of bacon, and you're not getting the bigger pieces of bacon because that stuff's pretty small. But as far as the rest of this recipe goes, it's very simple. Just make sure when you're putting in your stock, you put in a little bit at first and scrape the bottom so you get all the good stuff, and then go forward with adding all the rest of it. I do whisk it in because the flour, I just don't want any clumps. I don't like that. As well as when you put in the big scoop of better than bouillon, also whisk that in too. I'm using chicken stock and chicken bouillon. You can use vegetable stock and vegetable bouillon and keep this completely vegetarian and just skip the bacon if you want to. The original recipe I got was off of TikTok, probably I want to say 2 years ago now, that I've been playing with this recipe and making it into our own. And the thing about it is, they told us when you put in the potatoes and you cook the potatoes in there, it should only take 10 to 12 minutes. I have never once had this recipe where the potatoes go in and it's 10 to 12 minutes. Even when I cut them really small, it still takes longer than that. I plan for a good 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes of my potatoes being in there, boiling, cooking, before they're tender enough to even be considered to move on to that last step. But that's also because I do not want to bite into a crunchy piece of potato in my soup. That would just be awful. So no, I just always thought that was funny. Was the TikTok video has to be lying or something, because there's no way 12 minutes is enough to cook those potatoes. This recipe is so delicious. I love it when we actually do have some leftovers on it, because I will eat it for the next few days, especially when it's cold outside. It's just so comforting. This is absolutely my favorite potato recipe, hands down, for soup. And then you're about to see the mess from doing Declan's project. It took us way longer than expected, but it was worth it. The child did get an A on the project, even though you could really tell Mom and Dad helped him with it. But either way, he was super excited with turning that in and showing how it ended up. So we're just really happy overall with that. Having my dessert, finally sitting down. I didn't even think about it. I didn't have the camera in hand. My son and his girlfriend, they got back from dinner and we were in the kitchen and we were talking, and I was just, you know, on autopilot, cleaning up the kitchen from dinner and cleaning up that awful mess from Declan's project. So all that's done. It's all cleaned up, and I mean, I swear I'm not lying. Everything over there is cleaned up. So I screwed up and didn't actually take out my camera because I got caught up in family time, which obviously I'd rather do anyways. I love this time of year. It's my favorite. My tree, I got Hallmark movies on again. But my dogs, of course, will not leave my side because I've got a cookie. There's both of them. They're absolutely pathetic. I'm not even sure how much I got done. It feels almost like a short and sweet one here today, but that's okay. Some of the videos can be 45 minutes, some can be 15. who really cares? I just love spending the day with you guys and having you hang out with me and me getting to hang out with you. I love interacting in the comments section and just really enjoying this time of year and taking it at a much slower pace anyways, because starting in December, I start running around like a crazy person, handling all of the gifts and the holiday dinners and everything and yada, yada, yada. So today just felt like a nice slow day, except for that project, which felt like a nightmare. But thank you guys so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Good night, guys.